a long ways from home.
I was born at Newton Wellesley Hospital, and when I came home, I went home to Woburn, Massachusetts. That's where I grew up, me and my two sisters and my brother. Mom and Dad worked really hard to make sure that we had everything that we needed. You know, they raised me with morals and values. They taught me right from wrong. I had a very good childhood growing up. I grew up in a neighborhood and there was a ton of kids, all different ages, and I remember some of the older kids, they would break into their parents' booze cabinet and, we'd all kind of rally at one house. I felt like that's what everybody was doing. My first drink I picked up at 11, and I'd probably say most of the drugs that I've done in my life I did before I was 15 years old, so I don't know why. I think I got to an age where I just knew everything. I was like a little miss know-it-all, and I was like such a scared little girl. Anytime I came across a rule, I just broke it. My grandparents lived in Newton, which was fairly close to us. And, anytime that we got sick, anytime we had a school vacation, we always went to Grammy and Grampy's house because, Mom and Dad worked full time. They were just, everything you would want in grandparents. So it was, right before I was going to turn 19, my grandmother had actually ended up finding out that she had cancer. And she had cancer everywhere. The relationship I had with her, I didn't have with anybody else. So to lose a relationship that is so important to somebody, that it's the only thing that you have that's like that, it's just earth-shattering. And I just didn't know how to deal with it. I knew that opiates was that solution to just numb out the pain. It's just a miserable existence. Every form of pain that you could feel is just all wrapped into that needle. Imagine the feeling of wanting to die all the time, but not wanting to die. Just this crazy conflict inside of you. My family wanted nothing to do with me. I lost several jobs. I remember for a little while I was able to bounce house to house, and then that runs out. Those invitations run out. Any friends that I had said, "Jill, this is enough. I'm not gonna watch you die." It was choose one. Either live or die. So I came here and I had Chris as my instructor, lovely Chris, who did not let me slide ever. He was so hard on me, but I think that I see now what he was doing. He really saw some potential in me that I didn't see in myself.
She was a young lady who had a lot of enthusiasm about the program and knew what she really wanted to get out of her 14 weeks here. She also needed to do some maturing, and part of that process was seeing through different lenses and also seeing what other ways there were to do things.
He was just such a good guy. He really helped me build character and be more sure of myself and more confidence, and to not settle for less. There was no more settling for less.
we believe that there is hope for everyone. We don't give up on anyone. Jillian was a young lady who found herself in a hopeless situation, but here at St. Francis House, we believe in instilling dignity and allowing people to come back to whatever they want to do, to wherever they want to go.
I draw blood for a living. I work in a well-known hospital right outside of Boston. A lot of my girlfriend's name is Cassie. I couldn't have asked for a better person to live and enjoy life with. I live in my grandparents' house that my father grew up in and his brothers grew up in. I love this house, and it means so much to me to know that my grandparents worked so hard to get this house. It's just such a beautiful thing, like the way that life has been giving me all these different gifts that I have. St. Francis House to me is that foundation that started it all. The love that they showed me and able to help me like get back on my feet. Their view on me is that I'm a human being and that I am just as worth it as anybody else is. And that I deserve that second chance. That anybody, any addict that walks through these doors deserves a second chance. I can't begin to explain how much I love and appreciate St. Francis.